Hello, everyone. So here we are on Tuesday. Let's start with gold. Now, this is gold. Remember, today is one of the swing days for gold for this week. So we'd either like to sell high, or we can sell at Astro hours where the market sold off before, like yesterday. So from here, for example, and this is the Asia high, as you can see. So this was an Astro hour. It wasn't a bad one, so I thought I'd take it. As you can see, the stop losses are quite tight as well, and the market should probably cover the trade at daily pivot. And if it's going to go any lower, we can probably come lower. Why? Because this could be an A, B, C format. And if that's the case, we might have room to push down. Okay. If the market breaks out, there is an opportunity that the market may break out. And that might happen as we get to 1240, 1245. But that's still a bit away. As you can see, that's all the way here, 1245, somewhere there. Right, and that's how it is. So the market can pretty much push until this time as well. So I'm not really going to be fussed. So I just took that trade because I am expecting gold to push down from the highs. Yesterday wasn't a swing day, but I did take a trade on gold yesterday as well at the highs, and it pushed nicely down to here where I got out. And that was a good trade as well. It was like 1 to 3, 4 a risk return. So today, if that market pans out correctly, and if we are selling the highs, and Tuesday is a swing day, as at least one of the swing days, because we've got 3 this week on gold, what might happen is an A, B, C down, and then we might come into Wednesday. Let me tighten this up a little bit with gold. We might come into Wednesday, Thursday, find a reversal at the lows and kind of like start to push up. We've got news coming out on Friday, and the news might be a good idea for the market to kind of like push all the way back up into the high of the week or high of Monday or whatever. All right. So that's the kind of scenario I've got where we can, pretty much fall into Wednesday, and that can give us a pretty good trade. And if Tuesday pans out correctly, so we can sell off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We can look for reversals from the low if that's how it pans out. If it doesn't, and if it goes up, then obviously we're going to look for reversal opportunities from the highs. All right. Now, if you take a look at your daily PST today, yesterday they sold here on the blue, and today we've got LCL1 is 2,272. Now, obviously, when the market's shooting up like this, selling is not the best option, all right? But the market does do, ups and downs. So they push it up, they pull it down, push up, pull down, all that kind of stuff. So as they're doing that, we're taking advantage at the right price and hopefully the right time if we get the astrology right. Okay, so this is basically what we're doing. So selling off with a tight stop loss is not a bad idea here. It's pretty much the high of Asia, as you can see where they sold off a little bit. And from this sell-off, we can come down. If the market goes up into 2,272, that's also today a place where the market can sell off, as it's the daily PST level there. Now, on the weekly, we don't have much. There's nothing there. And on the monthly, we still have room to go up. So coming back down into the 66, which is 2,190, 2,190, as you can see, it's down here, which is the monthly level. So if we get to the monthly level, which we might do actually over the course of Wednesday, Thursday, then that will be a good place to start looking to go up as well. All right, so that's the scenario. We'll see how things pan out. Now, if the market does break down below the low of Asia, then if it pulls up into an Astral where you can keep pushing down, because we came down here, as you can see, previous week's high. This is a peak formation, so the market going up from here is not a bad idea. And we haven't got such a peak formation up here yet. So we'll see how things pan out here. But if the market does crack down a little bit, then we should fall into the weekly, and depending on the rate of the fall, back into this zone, which is the good buy kiss on the PST monthly. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Now, the euro dollar, as you know, the swing day was yesterday, Monday. Now, yesterday it was a bit of a sandwich zone here. But remember, I did say if the market finds direction at around 5 p.m., then it should go until that time. And surely enough, that's exactly what happened. It found direction and then it just kept pushing down. These were Astro hours. And because this was a sandwich zone yesterday, I wasn't keen on it. But you can always, just go in at the breakout. So the market breaks out, you can go in as a breakout trader with a tight stop loss. Personally, I don't like breakout trades, but it's doable. It's just a matter of personal style. So what to do with this? Well, this is not a surprise because we were expecting these targets. All good. I don't think we've got any dramas, as you can see. So euro dollar, are we going to keep on selling? Well, first of all, that's nice, as you can see. So going down into HCL1, 1.0636 on the weekly, 0636 is going to be down here. So we do have a bit of room to come down. And on the monthly, I did say the monthly opened below the PST, so it was a good opportunity to sell off, and that's what the market is doing. So we should get back into this zone, which will give us an opportunity. All right, so falling back into those 41s, 0440, 0340, that zone there. What to do? Well, if the market goes back up into maybe 0767, if we come up to here, all right, so if we go up into there, we can sell off and take it from there. This looks like a good place to be selling off. Yesterday it didn't get up there. If it had, would have been worth selling. But I was in gold yesterday, as that's my favorite. And this is how it is. All right, so if it pushes up, you can sell further down. It's got room to come down, and that's just how it is. The first support is going to be 25, which is 1.07. So 1.07 is down here. So that's the first support with the daily there. That's 39. It's a bit too far out. 0777 there. But if it does get into this zone, this is a nice sell position at Astro hours. Now, SP 500 yesterday was a swing day. If you sold, well done. As you can see, that was just perfect. Astro hours, market up at the tops, coming all the way down into our target zone, the weekly. This is a good buy kiss zone. Now, with the SP 500, we could keep pushing down. As you can see, the PST broke out. The market's right under it. 66 is 5,249. So 5,249 is around there. So yeah, I mean, this is like okay to be selling. In New York, if the market pops up, you can sell. Yeah, basically. And we've got room to come into 76, 5,207. But you guys already know about that anyway. All right. So selling up here is okay. If it gets back up there, it's okay to sell off. Slightly above that, taking stops as well is good. Now, this is an Astro hour. Do you want to sell here? It's not a bad idea. This is a good impulse wave. Market going sideways. So pushing further down, I don't think is a bad idea either. Into that zone. Because the next swing day for this is Thursday, I think we might have, like, market 3 days of falling, and that might be the way to go. And just keep shorting it until then. Okay. So that might be a better idea. Just try to short it the right price, right time. Like I said, this is not a bad place. You just need to put your stop loss above the opening here, somewhere around here, just above the opening, and take it down, cover the trade. If it keeps pushing down, obviously manage it. You guys know how to do that. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, Nasdaq, Bitcoin. Now with Dow Jones, Nasdaq, as you know, it's the same kind of thing. No big deal. The Dow Jones swing day was also Monday, which was yesterday. So if you traded it, you would have had a good one. All right, so it's really not much to talk about. I said we should come back into these zones, and the market did do that. It's all good. We should keep pushing down. This is the previous week's low. So the next swing day, like, there you go. All right, it's just nice and easy into the 43 there. So 38,953, 38,953, somewhere around there. All right, whoopsie daisy. All right, so we've got room to kind of push down. If you want to do that, selling any Astro hour at a resistance level is okay. If the market pushes up in New York, still push down and trade it in that way. Okay, let's take a look at NASDAQ. Now, NASDAQ, same old. All right, now remember with NASDAQ, I did say these levels are good to sell off. If you sold here, well done. So the highs are okay to sell off. This is a 15-minute. Let's go into that 15-minute chart. Okay, so here, all right, market touching it, pushing down. So we've got room to go down with this as well. Not a bad spot to be selling off and pushing it further down. All right, so yeah, market didn't break out of our box, as you can see. So selling the highs, sorry, is okay at Astro hours, and that's basically it. Not much else to do here on this. Okay. If the market kind of comes down and then goes back up here in New York, like the previous day low or the previous day closing, which is up here, or the opening pivot, then selling again, I think, is the better option. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Okay, now with Bitcoin, all right, there we go. So I did say on the 4-hour chart yesterday, this is like a sell-off zone here. So yeah, that's your 2nd of April coming all the way there. And these were the levels I talked about. Okay, so as you can see, the market has done pretty much all the targets I spoke about. Do I have more? Maybe I'll put a few more in there, but we'll check it out anyway. So if you've been trading it right, should be okay. And I always say no buying at the highs. So this is a sign that, the market's like pushing down. Okay. From the highs pushing down, and this is what we wanted to do, selling off. Also on the daily, I did say this is a bit of a trickier zone. Why? Because we've got a breakout and it closed above this zone. But this looks like a beautiful sweep of stops that the market took out here. So that was the high, as you can see. So it just pretty much took out everybody's stop, complete wipeout, closes lower. So selling is not a bad idea. Now, if we break below this 72, 66, 66,226, which it has broken down here, but hasn't closed under it yet. If it does that, keeps pushing down, then obviously, the market's got room to go. But we've been talking about this for ages anyway. So we should dip down into here and close these zones, and then we'll see how things pan out. If this low breaks, that's good for us. Then we've got this downwards motion coming up. Then we could sell in the middle of the range, or if it pops up, sell here as well downwards. Okay. And that's basically it. On the daily, is there a place where you can sell where the market's already done that? Here. On the weekly, this is a support, so I wouldn't be selling it here. Only if it breaks below here, right? 72, which is 66.226, closes under it. Then the next day you can sell off at the retracement going up into the downwards motion. And that's about it.